Hey guys, TheNuttyBuckeye here, back with another video. This one is a few weeks behind probably everybody else if you've seen it already. But Mama Buckeye and I, and with the help of my brother, we picked up the Swarm Horde action figure from Action Force at PowerCon. I'm just finally getting around to do my review of it. I've been doing some other reviews as you've been watching if you've seen them. I think the colors on this are fantastic. It's a great honorific of Hordak and the colors for that army from the Motu universe. If you guys didn't know, that's what a lot of the tribute figures they do during PowerCon are based on. They're based on Masters of the Universe figures, and this one carries on the tradition just perfectly well with a really nice tribute done to Hordak. And box looks amazing. It's a new box design for Valaverse. So let's take a second to get this bad boy out of his box and show you guys what the new Swarm Horde from Valaverse looks like. I guess we'll take a look at the box first, the box art. Right down here you see the Valaverse logo at the bottom, the title of the figure, Swarm Horde, Action Force, name of the logo or the company, and it's for 14 plus. You get the front nice window opening to see the whole figure, everything, all the accessories you get there together. On the side, the left side of the box, you get a profile of the artwork of the Swarm Horde. It's actually a really cool picture. I don't know if it's coming through to you guys, but the artwork on it is fantastic. I don't know if Mr. Vala did it himself, but Mr. Vala is a fine artist in his own right, so he could have done that. Here's the other version of the side of the Swarm Horde. That, again, is really cool looking detail on that artwork. She brings out the details, the line work on the mask, and that's the other side. The back of the figure, we see that the figure is worth 5 action points. Cut and save, so you guys don't miss out on future promotions. There's a lot of people that have missed out on that because they didn't realize Valaverse does mail-in promotions similar to the old G.I. Joe and Star Wars. It's a really nice throwback in my opinion. I really enjoy it, and I really like the Special Forces Special Ops Condor we got. Up on the upper left of the box we see it says Action Force. Got his profile card down here. Cut and save the combat profile. You can follow Valaverse on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube at valaverse.com as well. You can scan this QR code for additional products, and then from Valaverse. I will zoom in real quick on the profile card. If you'd like, feel free to go ahead and pause the video and read it. And then on the top of the box, you've got it says Action Force, Valaverse, and there's a choking warning, small parts, don't put in your mouth. The bottom is Action Force, more legalese, and it says Action Force created by Bobby Vala, and it says the packaging art and design is by Kevin Keane, Troy McKee, and Andrew Kramer. And then also the UPC code and the don't choke on this symbol, and also Valaverse. Made in China. My wife, Mama Buckeye, is addicted to videos about China. In my opinion, well, we're not going to get into my opinion because it could start World War III. All right, let's get this bad boy out of his box. So I hope everybody had a chance to make it to PowerCon. If you didn't, I hope you've at least had the opportunity to get your order in from Valaverse. I know they've extended it now where it's beyond the minimum of 2. You can order as much as you want because they figure there's been enough time for the collectors to get the items. We've got this one tagged in as well, and hey, again, it's keeping the model protected. It's getting damaged from losing paint scrub, marks like that. But I'm going to go flip it over and cut the straps and get the model out of his box. Thank you for your patience. I think that's the only tab there that I had to cut. The rest is just popping it out. I guess if you guys don't mind, leave me a comment in the comment section of the channel what you think of different companies' shipping practices, how they package their models, what you think of it, how you either like it or dislike it, which is your favorite company's way of shipping their models. And I guess let me know your thoughts on that if I'm just being a whiny butthead. I do think the original way Valaverse had it done by the company that shipped the models was fantastic, with just the pressure holding it in rather than the straps. We have quite a bit of accessories with this awesome model. First, we're going to start with this gun, and from what I know about Valaverse, they're all realistic. They are all real worldly firearms. I have no clue what this one is. I just know it's awesome, and it does look very futuristic. The red and black color scheme works fantastic in my opinion. You've got a nice dagger. Looks like, if I had to guess, I would guess Gerber, but I don't know for certain. There's a lot of knives designed similar to Gerber nowadays, but that is a sweet looking knife in my opinion. For the sidearm, again, it's a real firearm. Don't know if that's a laser on the bottom of it or what makes it so thick, but that is a sweet looking firearm. I mean, definitely looks very nice for personal protection in my opinion. We get a total of 8 hands, 2 on the model and 6 additional, and of those we have 2 punching hands or fists for fisticuffs. Come at me, bro. We have 2 cupping hands, so you can cup the bottom of your gun, or if you just have to have that moment to readjust yourself. Then we have 2 C-cup hands that you can put a knife in or just grip a sword hilt, something like that, that are perfectly fine for that. And then on the action figure, we have my favorite go-to hands are the trigger finger hands. Next we have the awesome translucent red shield with the Swarm Horde, the Swarm logo on it. I think those are awesome. I love them on both the Scarab, on the regular Swarm. Anytime you can get those and put them on an action figure, they look great. The cool Action Force base with the diamond pattern is now on translucent red to go along with the Horde. And you also have your Swarm jetpack wings pack in the translucent red, which looks fantastic in the black, silver, and red. So I think Vala knocked it out of the park with this color scheme. This one's actually kind of got a painted like a bluish, whitish glow, as if like the afterburners glowing on the jetpack, which is kind of cool. Then for the figure, we have a new sculpt for the head. It's got a slight translucent part for the visor there that lets a little bit of light in. And then the lower part of the face mask is like a bone color, but really a lot of details and line work to kind of give it a scary looking appearance. To me, that is a big reminder and call out to Hordak in my opinion. Again, the black and red color scheme looks great with the gray. This figure is just fantastic looking with the color scheme. For the articulation, looks like the slight shoulder plate here on the upper shoulder is kind of preventing you from getting a T-pose, but that's all right. I mean, it does get quite high if you give it a little bit of push to it, but it looks like that armor plate's keeping it from hitting the full T-pose. But it does, let's see if the whole arm does do 360, including that top shoulder part with the armor plate. You have to grab right at the shoulder plate. It's got the bicep swivel. It's got a double jointed elbow. Comes up all the way to the face. If he needs to dust his bone colored face mask, he can do that. And then his wrist is on a ball joint. This one happens to be looks like, yeah, up and down on that one. And again, it can spin 360. The other arm, yeah, it's really stiff right out of the package. It looks to be the same thing, up, down. He has got, with his torso harness on it, allows the model to spin at the torso and then again at the waist, because the ball joint there at the waist. He can crunch. Let's see how far forward he can crunch. With the torso crunch, it can go that far forward. Get the arm out of the way. That far forward. When you put the waist into it as well, he can go that far forward. So that is a nice crunch. When he's going backwards, he can go quite a bit back. It does kind of pop out there at his waistline. You can see the lower part of the stomach. So it's still nice articulation there at the top of the model. And then you've got, again, the same articulation as I was saying on the arm. The waist can again spin 360. The legs, even though they've got this harness on them, it allows them to free flow, so he can hit the Van Damme with the legs. And he's got a, looks like a drop at the thigh, at the upper joint there. Double jointed knee, gets all the way up to touch his hiney. Same with both. All the way up to touch the hiney. He's got a rocker at the ankle, and it can go that far down, and it can go that far up. For the head, I forgot to do that. Let's take a look at that. For the, oh, popped the whole model's head right off his piece. Let's put that back on. It's going, looking up. Model can look that far up, and looking down, he looks all the way down to where his chin hits his breastplate of his armor. So you've got really great articulation there with the neck and the head as well. As a whole, the articulation on this looks fantastic, but let me go ahead and get it all put together so we can take a look at how the model looks with all of its items on it. All right, thank you. Just 1 second. All right, guys, I'm back. As you can see, the model is able to go with all of its parts on it, except for, like, if you can't put all the 8 hands on it at once. Otherwise, you'd have to have him be a spider character rather than a swarm character. But he's very posable, very cool design. All the parts fit on him. You can work with the articulation so much. Sure, it can't hit a 100% perfect T-pose, but I don't think that matters in the long run. It's just so long as you can get him into some good poses. The color scheme on this is just a home run. I think Vala knocked it out of the park with the black, red, and gray. And then that bone color on the face mask, or on the helmet, is fantastic. I hope as many people as wanted this model were able to get it, especially now that Vala's opened it up to as many as you'd like. But if you don't mind, give me your comments, what you think about the model from Valaverse, Bobby Vala, and let me know if you've got it in your Action Force collection, and what you think of the articulation, the new packaging, all in all, the availability of the product, and how Valaverse opened that one up for everybody. And just give me your true thoughts on the character. I'd love to hear back. And if you're going through a dark time, make sure you turn away from that darkness, head to the light. Don't forget there are people out there that do love you. And Nutty Buckeye out. You guys take care. God bless. Peace.